Andy Mai OnlyFans.
Hey, my name is... Does this sound satisfying?
And just like that.
ASMR Andy. Hello guys, it's another episode of The Flip Side. Glad to be back. We're back on our usual routine. How are you feeling, Christian?
We're back. Finally after many weeks of something going on. There was public holidays. It was, the Christmas period where, that week between Christmas and New Year's when no one knows what day it is. Everyone just like blinded. And yeah, we're finally back. We're finally back on the Monday evenings. Happy New Year to everyone listening. By the time this comes out, it'll be good chunk into January, but at the moment it's the 4th of January. So Happy New Year to Stephen and Andy and everyone listening. 2021, we made it.
Likewise, guys, likewise. On New Year's Eve, I drove all the way to the city and I freaking arrived at 12:15. And by then, the fireworks were completed. They were finished. And I drove all that way to see just the Sydney Bright, just like flashing lights. That's all I saw. Just it lit up in pink lights.
Did you get to see it on your drive there or not?
I did not. I didn't hear anything. And then I was driving home. I was like, okay, this sucks. I was driving back. And I passed by this massive mansion. So I was in this suburb called Darling Point. It's the most expensive suburb in Sydney. And this is like mansion and the doors are wide open. The front door's wide open. The back door's wide open. I was like, maybe I should just slip in and just say like, do you guys have a view of the bridge there or something? And just like finesse my way in. But I bitched out. I drove. And as I was driving away, I was like, I should have done something. I should have went in because like it's only upside. Like worst comes to worst, they say, hey, you should leave, then I leave. But then it's still a win because I gained the confidence of doing that. So I'm like...
I mean, worst comes to worst, you get prosecuted for trespass. That's a different story.
So I'm like...
Open. That's so weird.
I legit break it down like, okay, should I do this, should I not? Because like I know my emotions are telling me to just drive home and just like leave. But I'm like, I'm going to regret this. So I drive all the way back. This is a new year. I'm going to push myself to uncomfort zones. And when I drive all the way back, guess what? The doors are closed. The back door's closed. I'm like, I missed my opportunity. So that was sad because I missed out on the fireworks and I also missed out on that. But now like 2021, I'm going to push myself to just like uncomfort zone.
So that's a good transition onto our first topic of the day. Resolutions, New Year's resolutions. We're 3-4 days into the new year, sort of getting over the hangover of the holiday. Everyone's settling down. Everyone's thinking, okay, what do you want to change this year? What do you want to have as your resolution? So we'll start off with Andy. And what are your resolutions? So apart from pushing yourself into uncomfortable situations and pushing your boundaries, etc. I mean, I don't know. What are your thoughts on resolutions, New Year's resolutions, or just, it's just a thing that everyone just does at the start of the year and then 2 weeks in, it's like, revert back to normal. I mean, I don't know. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I swear it probably like doesn't matter at all. Like I think you're right. It's just like something people say and then it's just like whatever. People 6 months in, they completely forget about the resolution. Since I sort of have my affirmations and I'm always setting goals for myself, like every single month and every time I finish one goal, I add in a new goal. So I don't really do New Year resolutions. But if people ask, I have like a gist of what I do want to focus on. So for example, 2021, I want to focus on pushing myself to just uncomfort zone. 2, I really want to work on like finding out like who I am, like focus on myself, focus on like being able to like I think like people who are close to me sort of know my personality, but when I sort of go into new settings, that isn't really shown, and like I think I really want to start putting my real personality and let it seeping out, because like me being that listener, asking good questions, being attentive, like that's like sort of cookie cutter, that's like a cookie cutter person. But to be able to start seeping my personality through into my sort of way I sort of introduce myself to people, I think that's what I want to work on and really get comfortable and just figuring out like who the fuck I am. I think I've like, the only reason I started questioning myself because I talked to one of my friends and he was like, he was like giving me different pointers on like what his thoughts on me as a person, which is freaking weird, but I asked for it. But
that's so weird. That's what? No, 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 no.
so for example, we could break it down. This is going deep. So Austin was like, because he's like really into like analyzing himself, the way he talks, the way he speaks, how he's sort of the way he talks, the speed of how he's talking, and how he sort of raises and lowers his pitch, the way he gets people to perceive himself. It's pretty crazy. That's sort of what that's his thing. He sort of just like focuses on like how people perceive him. And I was like,
does this guy go to uni?
No, he doesn't.
I was going to say, Jeff studies psychology. the psychology type of people. Continue.
So I was like, all right, so I guess like, what's your opinion for me? If you spend that much time on like analyzing yourself and how people sort of view you, what's your opinion on me? And like the few pointers I got was like, one was like, I'm like weirdly like really, really nice. Like it's like off-putting nice or something. It was like, it's like weird. Two, I feel like apparently like I'm not really chill or something. I'm not like relaxed. Three, I'm a bit too analytical. I'm always trying to make things like worth it, or I'm trying to like not like social climb, but I'm always looking for things like apparently I like give like a bit of a social climber vibe. Now I do have to give context that probably like these are like the little things if I were to ask that people would point out, and I don't even think it's that big because like let's say I'm like already like 95% there. That's like the little 5% things that I might consider working on. But like when I heard those things, I was like, and yeah, what's your thoughts?
The only thing I'd agree on with that is the analytical mindset, but that's not even a negative. Having an analytical mindset and applying that to a majority of the things that you do on a day-to-day, whether it be like your day-to-day or your business, that's not a negative. I don't know. I find that quite odd in the sense that you're too analytical. No, I don't think you can be too analytical, but no, I don't think that's a negative at all. I think that means that you're always thinking in different ways and you're always thinking about how to better the situation or don't.
I think you're right. Because like when you hear that shit, you start like, because like now I sort of understand what it is to be like on Steven's perspective when everyone's just like giving Steven critiques and advice. But at the same time, it's much harder for someone like me where I'm like, well, I've done pretty all right, and I've attracted a lot of pretty cool sort of valuable people, and like me being me has been able to attract these people. Now I think I do see like how being too nice or being like too appreciative, like, and plus like like me just talking to like people who are better than me, maybe it does come off as like, why is this guy like so nice to me? But like I don't think it's like that bad. But then at the same time, I think that mindset only exists in like a certain pocket of people. Like for example, when you're like sort of like a up and coming entrepreneur, you've made sort of your 6-figure a year, that's sort of when you should be cool, and you should be like like more reserved, and you shouldn't be trying to like reach out to people. But I think when you get past that and you get to like the 7-8 figure, I'm pretty sure everyone's nice, and like no one thinks you're like to like social climb. Like everyone's just generally nice at that higher level. So I think like all these different advice come at different stages, and it's like you should like, it's really hard to learn what you pick up or what you should pick up.
I think there's a big difference in being humble and showing genuine interest as opposed to being too nice. I mean, obviously, even for me, like if I meet someone that's doing something different to me, and like say for you, for example, like I'd always be asking questions, be like, about what you do, like how you do it, etc., to get an insight. It's all insights. It's not more so that you're being too nice. It's more so that you're just genuinely interested. And I'm sorry if being genuinely interested in something makes me too nice, but I don't know. I don't think you should dwell on it too much, because it's not something that, I mean, at the end of the day, you're your own. What's that saying? You're your own harshest critique. well, some people need to be their own harshest critic, but you know where you need to improve on, etc. So I don't think you need to stress about any of that. I think that's what you said is definitely true in terms of the hierarchy of the social entrepreneurs, etc. But yeah, don't stress about it. Don't sweat it, bro. Don't sweat it.
Appreciate that insight, Christian. I really do. How's your 2021 going? Any goals? Any goals or ambitions set out?
I'm the same. Resolutions do not work. They do not work. It's just so stupid having resolutions. Like, as opposed to being a consistent goal setter and goal getter, I feel that's not that I like. The one thing I don't do though is I don't write down my goals and I don't write down the steps I'm going to do to achieve. It's kind of just all mental, and then I kind of just work from there. Even though sometimes I don't follow up on it, etc. I still have this goal. Like for now, I know I have a clear goal of what I want to do in the next 2 months, and then from there the 6 months, and then from there afterwards towards the end of the year where I hope I'd want to be, and I know sort of what I want to do to get to achieving it, but. Yeah, I don't know. I've never really been the biggest fan of resolutions. Resolutions are just for people that are... Okay, now that's categorizing it now. It's categorizing it, but like I feel like resolutions are for highly indecisive people who are just love to jump on the bandwagon, you know? What have you got there?
So there's this book called The 48 Laws of Power. And I haven't read it yet, but I saw like a video synopsis of it, and it's freaking scary. So 48 Laws of Power, apparently like people like Drake read it. Like this is like something that is like, you know, like all the masters use. And like, for example, the laws are weird. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Law number 1, never outshine the master. Law number 2, never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Law number 3, conceal your intentions. Law number 4, always say less than necessary. So it's like all these like weird, like freaking like you're like this evil chess player, mastermind, like evil, crazy like person. And like I think yes, like again with the levels to this shit, I swear like this gets you probably stuck in like the 8 to 9 figure range where you're like nearly a billionaire, you're like a millionaire, but like I'm pretty sure like Elon Musk isn't like practicing like all this. I think he's just a nice, normal, goofy dude, right?
Yeah, 100%. I know someone that's read that book. But,
And what's your thoughts? What was his thoughts on it? And did you notice him change, or does he utilize it?
No, sorry, I should rephrase it. I know someone who sounds like they read that book.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Light bulb moment. I don't know. I've never heard of this book before. I'm not gonna lie, but now I'm just reading through it on my PC here. Bro, what am I reading? Who actually buys this and thinks it's a mega cult classic?
Dude, like recreate yourself. Keep your hands clean. Play the perfect courtier. Pose as a friend. Work as a spy. Like what the?
That's toxic. That's straight toxic.
Yeah, it's toxic.
It's toxic. That's why would I? Okay, so I feel like we've understanding now as to the target audience of this book is to like the highly people who like are at the top of the food chain. But you're right, Elon Musk just seems like a chill guy. Like he wouldn't be preaching any of that. Like,
what's your vibe check on like Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos? Like my vibe check is like Jeff Bezos is like they're both like these like really chill dudes that are like introverts, and they probably like have their own circle of friends, and they're just like guns. They just focus on their business. They don't care about anything else. They probably have normal diets. They probably don't do like keto. They don't like freaking do like weightlifting. They're just like normal cardio like dudes, and they're just like average people that just like put in a lot of work into their business, and they're just like nice dudes. What's your vibe check? Do you see any like superiority, some like powerhouse, some like gun? Like what's your thoughts?
Personally, I don't know much about Jeff Bezos. I feel like he's quite a mystery. There's a lot of mystery surrounding Jeff Bezos. Like everyone claims to
mystery.
Everyone's
that's
like,
one of the laws.
You know how everyone makes these claims like, oh, I don't know. There's always this like people say things about Amazon, or they're like, oh, he's so rich, or like apparently Amazon workers he doesn't pay them well. I don't know. You know, they always have something to say about Jeff Bezos. But Bill Gates, on the other hand, he is a very, very smart, intellectual, driven, passionate individual. Like, there's a few documentaries out. I think there was one on Netflix.
Yes.
The Bill Gates documentary, you've seen it, right? About how his whole... So essentially, Bill Gates has transformed his entire, say, mindset and focus and shifted it towards humanitarian concerns. That particular show on Netflix, where what they go into depth in is his new endeavors, and his new endeavor is assisting purification, so purifying human feces and creating like a self-sustainable toilet in third world countries. And it's like, he's a very smart, driven individual. He reads a lot. He prides himself on his ability to always seek the new truth and always seek the new, always just learning. He's big on learning, you know what I mean? And that's the same for you as well, same for anyone, like always trying to be the better person, etc. So he researches, etc. But yeah, I'm a big fan of him. I don't think he practices anything by that book. I don't think he does. No way.
But from his young self, he's like this, like, I've seen, he seems like this hungry, crazy, like, not egotistical, but he's like one of those like evil geniuses type of vibes. Like when he was young, he was like really confident in himself, and I could definitely see him just like acquiring companies and like freaking lowballing everyone and getting them to like say yes, because like if they don't, Microsoft is just gonna overtake them. I could see that ruthlessness in him when he was young. But yeah, I think like this 48 laws of power is just like who the hell like practices all 48 laws? And if you do, you literally have too much time on your hand and you can't achieve big things, I think.
If you practice that book, I don't know, just from what it sounds like, it just sounds like, obviously, you know, if you think that that's the clear way to the top, then you're in for a world of hurt, because that, I don't know, I just feel like you're not going to make many friends with that. And at the end of the day, if you don't have many friends, you're just going to be hella lonely and it's just going to be sad.
Yeah. Another topic. What's your thoughts on attracting people, attracting friends? Like, what do you think that's about, Christian? Like, is that something that you could train? Is that something you could... Because another thing, the friend that I was talking about, that's what he practices. And like, strangely enough, I've noticed it to work. Like when I would introduce him to my friends would actively ask me like, hey, let's like catch up with him again. And I'm like, holy shit, like after one introduction, people are asking to hang out with him again, and he's mastered the way people perceived him. He's tried to maximize the amount of likability he has. But on the contrary, I've seen him sort of deflect people that are more successful. So yeah.
Don't you think that's a bit scary in terms of being able to essentially mask yourself in any given situation so that you know exactly how things are going to pan out, or how to ensure that things pan out in your favor? I don't know. That's quite scary to me in terms of the law of attraction and making sure, because it's not so much that you're making sure that people like you. I mean, if you're yourself and you get that sense of attraction straight away, then fair enough. I mean, that's definitely not the case with me.
Good to be you.
Yeah, good to be you. But like, geez, it's just because like the person that you're talking to could not be the real person, in the sense that it's just all persona. It's just all fake. And like, what's the point of that? I don't know. I don't see a point of it. Do you see a point of it? I don't see a point of it.
Yeah, I think like everyone wants to be likable. Everyone wants to be the person that everyone's like automatically attracted to when they go into like a room. And I think everyone is sort of second, like maybe I'm not like super confident in myself, or I never want to raise my ego, but if I were to raise my ego, maybe when I do walk in a room, everyone sort of knows who I am. Like everyone sort of, they pretend not to, but everyone has a sense of like, that's the guy. And like as a result, like everyone knows that I'm doing really well, and maybe I'm intimidated where they don't want to go up and like start a conversation, because they know I'm really well and I am a different type of person. Like if I were to be really egotistical and like pat myself on the back, that's what I would say. Now if I were to like squander my ego, I might be like, maybe like when I go into a room, everyone's sort of like silent because I'm not like extrovert. I'm not like, I don't have like a smile on my face. I don't sort of am open. I'm not sort of just actively talking to people and like drinking and like, chugging drinks together. And maybe that's why, or maybe I'm not around the right crowd, but I've been in a decent amount of settings of people that are my age. I think attracting people that are within our age group, that requires like a different persona.
100%. If you're talking about attracting people within our age group as well, it's so broad and there's so many different types of people in our age group. Like, I joke around with a few of my friends, like two of my friends, we say that like you're like a 40-year-old trapped in like a 20-year-old's body, and then there's then we know other people that just party and drink all the time, etc. And it's like, what's the point? Like, you can't expect. Does this make sense? Like, you can't expect yourself to be well received by all different groups, minorities, majorities included, in terms of when you walk in a room, no one's gonna you're not gonna be the most liked person. It's hard because when you put it in perspective in our age group, it's like completely different, because you got some people who are there and then you got some people who are just happy, just vibing. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just, you're never gonna find that, but it comes, you're able to like click with people, and I've realized that as well. Like, especially like in a work setting where sometimes the ages of people that you work with in the corporate environment, they're always different, and like, you're not going to get along with everyone, because that's when the real differences show. And like, the law of attraction here, it does work, but like, you gravitate towards those more that are your age. But I find like, see, that's the difference. So like in a common setting, you can easily make friends, even though if they're not, you share no similarities, etc. But it's all perspective as well. It's all settings. It's a lot of different factors if you think about it. Because if you were, say, in a party and you got so many different friends groups, say the one party that we went to, the other, the party I'm talking about, that party, there was a bunch of different groups, right? Bunch of different people. Now, in that setting, in that time, it's a bit weird. But should you all have been together in a different setting, like school camp, becomes a lot different. Or like if you started a job together, it becomes a lot different, because immediately you have something to bond over immediately. That's going on a little bit of a tangent, but it's a bit different, isn't it?
Yeah, because like after hearing that, I was like confused about like what I should do with myself. But I think the answer is like a lot of the things are valid, and I'm gonna remember those things. But I think it's confusing when people giving you a bunch of advice and you're like, well, how do I change? Like you start spazzing. But I think the easiest answer is learn to be confident in your own skin. I think that's it. Like if you're confident in even if you're your skin, your persona is this weird person, if you're confident in it, it's alright.
I mean, that's the whole point. Like, you don't want to be someone that you're not. And at the end of the day, if you're just confident in who you are and as a person, like for me, I used to be like, I wonder what they think, or I wonder what they think, or I wonder what they're saying, or I literally don't care. Like, I can leave a gathering or leave a conversation with someone, and I just generally just have no care in the world as to what they think of me, unless I like them and I'm like, oh, well, hopefully they like me because I vibed with them, I got along with them, and I really want, because I've just learned it now, man. I'm just going to be myself. There's no point being someone that you're not, because it's not going to get you anywhere. Side note, apart from interviews, just be whoever you need to be to get the job, and then once you get the job, be whoever you are.
Good tip, good flip side tip.
Yeah, because I don't know, just like in the corporate world, you got to do what you got to do, bro. You got to do what you got to do to get your foot in the door. But yeah, like at the start of this job that I've had, I was quiet, and then now I'm just like, I don't care. Like, I'm just going to be myself. If they don't like me, like, boo-hoo, like, we'll work together. It doesn't matter anymore. But yeah, no, definitely, like, that's something I think you especially need to, like, this is my critique on you now, because I'm hearing now that you're so worried at what that person said about you, and I'm just thinking here, like, bro, who cares? That's someone looking from an outside point of view. They don't see the conversations you have on a daily basis with your family, with your friends, with your colleagues, etc. They don't see the type of person that you are with different friends groups, or like the type of person that you are on a day-to-day basis. They don't know what you're going through. No one knows what there's another saying to that. You don't know what someone else is going through until you walk in a mile in their shoes or whatever. Like, who cares what they think? Don't worry about it. Just continue doing you. I think you're there. You literally hit a point where you were there, and then this conversation happened, and you started thinking like, but then you slowly back yourself, bro. Back yourself.
Thank you, kind sir. I really appreciate that. Recently, there's this new app called Clubhouse. It's like the new hot social media app. So Clubhouse is like this app where you join rooms, and when you join a room, it's basically a Discord. It's basically Discord, but all the groups are active, and you could find different Discords to join, and automatically in the conversation, you raise your hand. If you raise your hand, they'll give you a chance to talk. And it's insane. It's basically podcasting 24/7. Like, the reason why this pops off is literally you click on the app, you join a Clubhouse, and bam, you turn off your phone, it's still playing in the background. And it's meant for like literally listening while you're driving, and it's 24/7, and it's live, and you can follow all your celebrities, all the people you love. You just listen to them talk in a group of other celebrities, and it's insane how like literally what we're talking about, where like people will eventually consume content 24/7. It's starting to happen. Live is becoming more and more prominent. It's insane.
I think 100%. Like, live is banging, because you have, say, the last social media app that really jumped off was TikTok, and it's still a video sharing platform, but live is a lot different because it's such a unique form of interaction where, you know, they're right in front of you there and then, and it's so unique. I haven't heard about this, so it's a drop-in audio chat. And can you just we'll go to your live session soon, but can you, like, the premise of this app is you can just join any sort of room that you want, or you join a random room, or you follow your celebrities, and then they're just talking, and then they stop, and then I wonder what the go is. That's pretty interesting, actually.
Yeah, so there'll literally be there'll be a room of, like, for example, let's say I follow Kevin Hart. Now Kevin Hart might be in a room and he's talking, and since I follow Kevin Hart, it gives me a notification, Kevin Hart is in this room, go ahead and join this room. And now you could go ahead and hear Kevin Hart talk. And if he's a moderator, he could bring people on to sort of talk with him, or he might bring on his celebrity friends, and we'll just listen to him talk to his celebrity friends. And as you follow more and more people, there's always going to be someone that you know that's live within a room, and you can join that room. If your friends are in a room with, like, for example, Tai Lopez, and you see, hey, Christian is in a room with Tai Lopez, I can go ahead and join the room that Christian's in, and it creates this viral effect where you get a few people in your room, then their friends get notified that they're in your room, and your room just explodes, and now all of a sudden you have, like, 20 people, random people from all over the world talking, and it's pretty crazy. Yeah,
we're gonna get on that. I'm not even lying, we're gonna get on it. As soon as it drops, we'll get on it. We'll have to, like, think about how to do it, like, once a week to do a live one.
Yes.
We'll get on it. It'll be sick, and it'll be interesting, because
dude, imagine we just did our podcast on Clubhouse. It'll be massive.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
Kill two birds with one stone.
Because at the end of the day, all we do at the end, for those listening, if you think that this is a very structured podcast with segments and topics, and my friend, you are very wrong. Most of the time, I'd give us credit. 7 times out of 10, we just go with it. 3 times out of 10, we have topics that we'd love to talk about, right?
Yeah.
But I think that would, I'm intrigued. I'm very intrigued. I think that could also do quite well in a corporate setting, maybe, because you can manage teams. I don't know. I think the corporate setting is done well by Microsoft with Microsoft Teams, but yeah, there's a lot of potential for that. That's where it sounds. But on the topic of live chats, I got a notification when I was at work today on my phone. So I have my work laptop in front of me. I have my phone on my side. I'm listening to music while I'm working because, yeah, don't worry about it. And I get a notification. Andy Mai is live now. I'm like, okay, I'll join. And so I joined. And Mr. Mai, how was your first live session? Tell me about it. What was your thought? Why did you do it? What were your thoughts about it?
So my TikTok team told me to go on TikTok live. So I went live on TikTok, and I had one viewer on TikTok live. And
also,
I was just like,
real quick, why not Instagram live?
So we grew our TikTok from 0 to 25k, and thank you. And they were like, you should do some live and get some more followers. So that's sort of why I did that. I should do Instagram live, but with Instagram live, that's still a barrier I'm trying. For some reason, Instagram Live, my personal Instagram, that's something I'm still like shy to do. If I had to do it, I wouldn't care. I'll just do it. But like that's still something like, or everyone I know getting a notification is just like whoa.
I feel like Instagram Live's a little bit different. I completely understand you. I completely understand.
But did the YouTube Live, and I was surprised. Like we had like at our peak, it was like 25 people. On average, we were like having 18 people, and like there was questions one after another, and there was like an audience. I was like, holy crap! And I did not give people a heads up, and people just joined. So I was surprised at the result from the YouTube Live, and I think I might have to do more of them because I was really happy with the show.
I think you know what you need to do. You need to announce that you're going live, and then the next time when you try it, give it a go. Just make a post, be like, going live in an hour, going live tomorrow. If you have any questions, post them here below. I don't know how TikTok works. I don't know if you can submit questions on TikTok or you can't. But get that engagement going so that when people come. But I feel like for you, especially when people join your live, they'll just be like willing. They'll be there just to like try and get the free nuggets of information as much as they can before their live finishes, and that's what it could be. But like I did see a few good interesting questions that some people were asking, and it was quite interesting. Are you going to do it again, indeed?
Yeah, I think I definitely want to do it again. This time I wouldn't be distracted. The reason why people started leaving because I was focused on the Clubhouse, because people started joining my Clubhouse. The Clubhouse started popping off, and I was like, this is the first time my room started popping off. So I started focusing on that, and I neglected all the questions. And like the YouTube viewers were getting sad that I wasn't answering their questions. So next time I'm definitely going to focus on one thing. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I don't know if it like leads to any growth or if there's like, because like it's still 1 hour of my time. And like, I guess, well actually, how many views is it at, Stephen?
There's currently 188.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Did not expect that many people. Interesting.
Sorry, you know why? Because it's raw. It's just completely raw.
Yeah.
And people would be more inclined to see something that's no production behind it and no scripting, etc. It's just raw. And I think it intrigues me as well. Like whenever I see people live, that's what I mean. This is what I mean. Because when I see my favorite YouTubers go live, I'll click on it straight away because it's interesting. It's like you're interacting with them and it gives people a sense of like, damn, this person is. And I think it's a decent way to like, essentially like, when you think about it, you're giving back because like it's your time, etc. as well. Like you said, you think it's not worth your time, but at the same time, that to you answering one person's question there, they're like, oh damn, he answered my question. This is so cool. You don't realize it because some people could be watching your videos for small nuggets of inspiration or small cues, etc. And then you're live and you're there and it's like, oh damn, I actually talked to him, regardless of who you are in terms of celebrity, personality, etc. It's intriguing.
Yeah, I think you're right. And like on that topic, circling back, eventually we're going to become wallies, like those like fat guys on wheelchairs and just like watching content all day long. Because like, do you know people watch? There's these things called like real life streamers, IRL streamers, where it's like these people that have these backpacks with a GoPro and they just walk around Japan and people literally just watch them in real time, vlogging, just walking around. It's insane.
I'm not gonna lie, that does sound pretty interesting, especially like I think about it. If you're just a casual content consumer for streaming, say, and then you say you're planning a trip to go Singapore and you really want to see Singapore, and you can obviously go on Google Maps and you can see YouTube videos, but the YouTube videos are sometimes sponsored or scripted by a restaurant or they have a set places to go, but this is just someone picking up the camera and be like, I'm just going to go for a walk today, I see where I get up to. And it's like interesting, it's raw, see what I mean? It's raw. That's what intrigues me about it, and that's why I would be inclined to watch. And yeah, I can 100% see that. Like, it's so weird to think that people do that, but it's also because if you're not in a financial position to be able to afford to go traveling, etc., it's the closest thing you can get in terms of just you feel like you're there, you feel like you're with the person as well.
Dude, eventually, like back in the days, people would need like a whole like freaking massive like camera, the ones that look behind the scenes of new TV reporters, like this massive tape that can like send data to like the internet. But now you could literally just do it on your phone. You could live and walk around on your phone and share what you're doing, which is crazy.
it goes to show that you don't need a lot to get started nowadays either. You can just get started with anything. All you need is just an idea, and you can just get started, and that's it. Like, imagine, it's crazy to think, eh? Fuck, I need to find something to do. Clubhouse, bro. Clubhouse. I'm telling you, Clubhouse is it. I think it could be it, bro. I think it could be it. If they maintain their position, if they launch, because it's in beta phase, right?
Yeah. Now, I don't know. The only downside, Christian, I saw it somewhere. It might be iOS only, Apple only.
Yeah, I'm seeing that now. So download in the App Store.
Oh,
I'm fuming.
Oh no. Because I think the reason why is because like it's crazy. Once you join up, like it connects to your speaker, and you can have your phone off, and it's like a call. It's like an actual like a live group actual call. So like it taps into like the iOS, but like maybe you have to get an Apple.
Oh, okay, that makes sense because, well, it doesn't
That's
really
when
make
there's too
sense.
much phones. Yeah, there's just like too many different yeah.
Yeah, I get you in terms of, with Apple have iMessage, etc. It's just easier for connectivity, etc. Yeah, but wow, there's actually people that they're claiming to be a virtual coffee shop. Wait, no, that's just a random. Never mind. But yeah, that could be the future, bro. That could be something else. Like, what else could bang like that? Something. So live is clearly it. Well, this is like literally live. I was going to say live podcast, but this is literally live podcast, eh?
You know, like I heard like cam girls. Apparently they make bank. Like I thought like cam girls, that was like a thing back like 10, 20 years ago. But it's still hot and popping now. Like live is like you always see those ads. You always see those ads, Christian. You know what I'm talking about. And like I'm like, why are they pumping so much money into these ads? Like I'm not gonna go and watch this live. I don't want to watch live cam girls. But it's constantly running, and it means that that's something that makes a lot of money. Like live is like the next wave.
Isn't Belle Delphine a cam girl?
Yeah. And the OnlyFans, that's crazy.
OnlyFans is actually ridiculous. OnlyFans literally, I still can't fathom it. Like how much they make. Like, what's that? Her name? Tana Mongay or something?
Yeah,
Bro,
Mongo.
the amount that she made, I think she just literally made like a few hundred racks on her first month.
Maybe, yeah. Crazy.
Just because she's joined OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And like celebrities as well, like that Bella Thorne, she's on OnlyFans as well. She just immediately, like, it doesn't have to be posting anything out there. It's just literally just posting whatever. And they get a bag, bro. We should start an OnlyFans, bro. Dead sad. Just start getting the money. And this is actually so unfair. How do they get so much money so quickly, bro? That's so crazy.
Dude, like,
But the thing is, they already had that following. And yeah, with that following, you can get a lot of things.
I didn't understand, like, how can, like, an everyday girl, like, make a lot of money on OnlyFans? Like, is there, like, an algorithm to it? But, like, it made sense. When he told me, like, okay, there's this, like, mutual friend we know. Oh, she has an OnlyFans. I'm like, what? She has an OnlyFans? And, like, that is, like, enough of a catalyst for me to maybe, I haven't done it yet, install OnlyFans to just check out to see what the fuck is happening. That's powerful when you can have OnlyFans in your bio and all your friends like, dude, if I had an OnlyFans, I swear a lot of my friends would just subscribe to see what the Andy has in his OnlyFans.
I know what you mean. I would never subscribe to your OnlyFans.
Christian, if you had an OnlyFans, I might subscribe to be like, what the fuck is Christian doing?
But you'd be happy that I subscribed at the same time.
Yeah.
Also, how does OnlyFans work? Can you like subscribe under like a fake name, etc., or do they see your email? So does the person that you subscribe to, do they see your email address?
Yeah, that's another thing that's like iffy. Like maybe everyone's just fake on OnlyFans. Everyone's just like John Smith. There's like millions of John Smiths on OnlyFans.
It's like all your subscribers are just John Smiths everywhere. You know what we should do? We'll just subscribe to one random OnlyFans and just see what it's all about. I'm joking, I'd never do that, but I know what you mean. Like, it's the power of just like, oh, dude, they have an OnlyFans, or like, oh, dude, I wonder what they're posting. And I think more so that people like joining it to see what they want to see. It's more so like, oh, the mystery behind it, the elusivity is like, oh, what are they posting? What's going on? I think that would be intriguing as well. But I would never. I can't. My morals are holding me back, bro. I'd subscribe to your OnlyFans, but my morals are holding me back, bro. I wouldn't do it. Steven, are you subscribed to any OnlyFans?
I am not, but maybe I should make my own OnlyFans. So look how much money they're earning. Holy crap.
How much is it saying?
How much is it?
It says
Whoa.
1,499 to 7,499. 7,495 per month. And what the hell? That's crazy.
It's time. Our time is now, boys.
Making the transition.
Time is now. If you want us to create wait. But the thing is, okay, the thing about OnlyFans that everyone thinks it's like an adult explicit website where people share explicit content, etc. But it's not. Like, it's just a platform where it's essentially like, well, to my knowledge at least, because I know that some YouTubers have an OnlyFans. They're like, oh, subscribe to our OnlyFans, and it's like they just show like behind the scenes stuff and like stuff that just they don't post, etc. Or it could be some different types of videos, etc. You know what I mean? So like, I think our version and reality of OnlyFans has been quite sculpted by what we are known for it to be used for the most. However, you could start an OnlyFans and just post group calls that you had with your students, etc. And some people who, you know, don't join you could just join your OnlyFans and view your calls, etc. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just what it's for, but yeah.
Because like I know this guy's name is Samir. He's in the e-com space, and he has an OnlyFans account where he drops golden nuggets about e-commerce and marketing. He's like, subscribe to my OnlyFans to get tips on e-commerce and marketing. So he does that exact thing. Fuck, I might have to get on OnlyFans just to see, for market research, to see what's happening.
I think because it would operate in the same way as YouTube. So like, subscribing to a YouTube channel as a member, you know how you can pay a monthly fee to become a member on someone's YouTube channel. I don't know the benefits that you'd get from that other than like a certified badge, etc. And then like you get to, I don't know what it is, but like the content that you could get access to, yeah, it's different, it's different. But Andy Mai OnlyFans next week.
Dude, I was thinking, like, what else can we sell? Like, what is there left to sell? Like, what's secretive? Like, can we sell like secrets? Can we sell like our DNA? Like, what can we sell and like, what do people want to buy? Like, do people want to buy my secrets? Do people want to buy what my toilet looks like? Do people want to buy what my looks like? Like, what do people want to buy that we can sell?
Thing is, if you get to a stage where you are an A-list celebrity, people will buy whatever like, they will buy anything. Like, there's some sick people out there. They'll buy anything. So it doesn't matter. Bath water, done. If you have a bath one day, tub some up, put it on for sale. Someone will buy that. Some weirdo will just buy it. Obviously not.
Are you in crypto?
Huh?
Are you in crypto?
No, I'm not.
Oh, crypto blew up. For some reason, my mind just went straight to crypto because I was thinking of this thing called World Earth 2. Sorry to cut you out this.
No, it's alright. I was going to stop anyway.
There's this thing called Earth 2. It's a game where the whole of Earth is broken up into pixels, and you could buy each pixel. So a pixel might cost, like, say, $10. Now you own that piece of Earth, and eventually you could resell it for a higher price. So it's like this weird, like, you're buying, but it's a game. And somehow, I don't know if it's like a Ponzi scheme or like it's a scam, but people are making money.
People are...
Yeah.
What?
People are buying like a piece of, for example, like a piece of Sydney, a piece of like London, and they buy it for $10 and it appreciates to $100. But it's a freaking game. Like, what the...
What is wrong with people, bro? Why is the world like this? This is so stupid. So stupid. Like, why would they... I'm defeated. People are buying whatever. I need to find something to commoditize and just sell. I'm looking around my room as if there's something there's nothing in my room, but like...
It's pretty crazy how people sell their voice. ASMR. Like, whoa. People sell their voice. Hey, my name is... Does this sound satisfying?
And just like that.
ASMR Andy.
We'll do an ASMR episode next episode as well. Hey.
Christian
Alright.
P. I think Christian P would be a good porn star name. KP.
Yeah, we're getting out of hand now. So, guys, thank you so much for listening today. Steven, do you have any final thoughts?
Yeah. Maybe you'll catch us OnlyFans. Who knows?
This was an amazing podcast. But yeah, thank you so much for listening, guys. Really appreciate it. We're back in the flow of things. 2021. Let's kill it this year. I'm excited for another 52 episodes of The Flip Side. And yeah, let's kill it, everyone. Let us know if you have any questions. Send us DMs. Comment in the comment section. And yeah, we'll talk soon.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Appreciate it very much. See you guys next week.
Peace. Guys.